Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You are now listening to the first ever episode of This Is Not Medical Advice. I hope and I pray that you will find this very, very, very helpful, useful, and that you may receive it like a blessing, or at least something that is going to help you to regain the trust in yourself, the trust in your health, the trust in your ability to heal and to move forward in life. So thank you for tuning in, and let us begin. These episodes are completely unscripted, and I will aim to keep them around half an hour long or something. I don't know. So where shall we start? Well, where shall we start? Where shall we start? We shall begin by saying that in my humblest of opinions, that your own health and your own physical sovereignty is the most important thing that you have, because it allows you to always make the right decisions. And throughout these episodes, we are really going to be reaching quite a few different corners of this realm of health, or somehow physical vessels that we have been given, and how to look after them. How is it that we look after these vessels? These vessels we have been given by our Heavenly Father Yahweh. So again, I do hope and pray that this finds you well, and that it may be of great assistance on your journey. It's going to be quite a rabbit hole. Some episodes are going to be we're going to be reaching pretty far down these rabbit holes, for sure. So yeah, where shall we begin? I'm not sure yet, to be very honest. Perhaps I would like to begin by stating that your potential, your physical potential as a human being stretches from one end to the spectrum all the way to the other end of the spectrum. So it is within your reach to be extremely unhealthy, and it is also within your reach to be incredibly healthy. It's all just a matter of choice. How you treat your body on a daily basis continuously has an effect on your health. Certainly, certain people are, for let's call it genetic reasons, are more prone to certain illnesses or certain, whatever it is that could be wrong with somebody. But it is always within your control and within your reach and within your power to heal yourself and to remain healthy. And it is arguably even also your own responsibility to take charge and say, okay, I've always had a weakness for this, that, and the other, and I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick and tired of running the same old things and falling into the same habits and these seemingly unbreakable patterns that I have. It is completely up to you. Okay? It is within your own power to say, enough is enough. Okay? Enough of the unhealthy habits. Sugar. Is certainly one of them. Excessive alcohol use is most certainly another. So it is within your power. Always has been, always will be. But due to the nature of this very reality, it can most certainly be very, very, very hard or seemingly extremely difficult to break free from these patterns that just really don't seem to be serving us at all. Am I right? I'm right. So in this show I present to you, we're going to elaborate. We're going to include fasting. We're going to include, sauna protocols. We're going to include, stretching, fitness, as in like lifting weights or running or rope skipping or following certain diets, making sure we don't stutter too much on every occasion. Especially that episode is going to be exciting. And, we will see if I myself can finally manage. Perhaps yes, perhaps not. Yeah. Going to be perhaps talking about our eyes. We'll be talking about our ears. We'll be talking about our feet. One of my favorite. We'll be talking about our hands and how to clean your hands. That's That's also that's quite a big one as well, to be honest with you. I'd like to think I'm always honest with you, but it's just a habit of me saying certain things. Perhaps we will include speech also. Perhaps we will include some speech, how to speak. Already want to say that I'm myself. This is something I've always been struggling with tremendously. But yeah, what else will we be talking about? Oh yeah, about circulation. How certain illnesses can be caused. At the moment, I'm suffering a little bit from my knee, and for a huge portion of my life, I have had issues with my knees. Oh, it's an interesting one. We'll also be talking about certain flushes. Yes, certain flushes. How do you rid yourself of all the toxins that you've been putting inside your body for all these years? How do you flush them out? How do you do that? We'll also going to be talking about the creatures that feed on all these things that we have been perhaps perhaps unwillingly, perhaps unknowingly have been putting inside our bodies. I know that sentence wasn't entirely the way that I planned it, but that will be okay. Oops. And I'm still learning how not to breathe into the microphone. We'll also be talking about breathing. Ladies and gentlemen, how funny. We'll be talking about breathing exercises and how you can, perhaps heal. You can certainly feel better if you implement certain breathing exercises. Yes, for sure. We'll be talking about I was gonna say no. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there is going to be plenty to discuss. I'm telling you now, plenty, ladies and gentlemen, plenty. It's going to be so much that at this point, I don't know, it's hard for me to even estimate, I don't know, even roughly how many episodes this is going to become. Sorry. We'll also talk about our own memory. We will talk about our eyes. I think I have mentioned our eyes. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I probably did. As you can tell, my memory is excellent. We'll be talking about our clothes also. How to wash your clothes. We'll be talking about how to clean. Isn't that fantastic? How to clean, ladies and gentlemen. Cleaning is a massive part. It is a tremendous part. It is perhaps the biggest part. Because the world around you, I hate to break it to you, but the world around you is sort of constantly working. And when I say the world around you, I'm talking about, like, I don't know, if you're walking with your bare feet in the grass, for example, or you use your hands, I don't know, to fix your car, and I don't know, all of a sudden there's oil on your skin everywhere, right? Or the exhaust fumes that you're inhaling if you live in a city, etc., etc., etc. So it unfortunately is, spoiler alert, it unfortunately is a little bit of a matter of, I guess, an insane amount of vigorous cleaning that needs to happen. I think there's a little bit of an echo in here. Is there an echo in here? I have just figured out that there's an echo in this room here. Okay. We can talk about our hair. That is a really big one also. We can talk about our teeth. And it's obviously all tremendously important, right? It's all tremendously important. I would like to say that for as far as so for as far as I'm concerned, all of the things that I will be sharing throughout these wonderful episodes, they are all absolutely based in reality. So what I'm saying is, I am not going to be, sharing, the kind of information that's like, how do I say this? So I'm not gonna be telling you to, like, I will only be telling you things that are physically implementable. I will only be telling you physically implementable things. Okay? So they're going to all be practical things. Okay? Whether they are large things or very small things, they should, for as far as I can think of in this moment, they should all be very practical. So stick around and find out. And I'm of course not saying, that I myself am, have always been implementing all these things and this, that, and the other. But what I can, with all the certainty in the world, say is that the things that I have implemented, okay, so the kind of, because remember, this is not medical advice, right? Oh, so the things that I'm going to be sharing, they are, they have absolutely helped myself, and I'm very sure if you implement them also that they will help you too. For sure. And it's an absolute beautiful journey. Some of it can be quite hard at times. But I'd really say that it is even more rewarding. Okay, it is even more rewarding once you once you get the hang of certain things. And please excuse me, but I am still figuring out how to speak into a microphone. And yeah. So I am guessing that this episode is just a little bit more of an introduction. Yeah, I'm not really feeling to already dive into the first topic. But you have my word, they will be coming. They will be coming for sure. So yeah, I look forward to it very much. Very, 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 very much. I appreciate you for listening. And we will see you, I don't know, in the first episode or something. But I know. This is the first episode. And this is also in the same hand. The introduction, of course. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your attention. And I promise you, it's gonna be a hell of a ride, son. See you in the next one.